Well, hello everybody. How's everybody doing? Hey guys, I want to take this video and address the reason behind why I try to help people get into this industry, with this industry already being oversaturated in vans. Now, because there are drivers that scratch your head, like, why do you do it? Because it's an obvious problem that the industry is oversaturated with vans. Now, that's why you'll see some people that you run into on EO or groups in general, or when you run into them on the road, they try to act, they'll either try to just flat out mislead you, they'll not give you information that you're asking completely, they'll kind of, beat around the bush about stuff, whatever it is, but you'll run into them if you're trying to get into this industry. Now, I believe, and, a couple of the other guys that do the channels that are van expediters, I believe, have the same mindset. I believe that by educating and getting the drivers that are coming out into the industry, by better preparing them, I believe that should help change things in a positive way, because you're bringing in the group of people that are understanding what the job entails, a good idea what they should be getting paid, how the whole deal works, as far as understanding the difference between just a dispatch that just is a bottom feeder on the load boards compared to a broker, terminology in general, what your rights are to, for what rights we do have, what the industry norm is. There's so many things that a lot of people come into this industry that drive mostly for fleet owners. The majority, I feel the majority of the guys that get vans, that come out here as a single van owner operator, the majority of them have a pretty good idea of what to expect, and aren't just trying to just skate by. Fleet owners are a different story. When you start getting guys that are buying old cargo vans, or old vans with a ton of miles on them and things like that, and putting drivers into them, those are the ones that are just trying to squeeze a penny wherever they can get a penny. And we would like to be able to talk with them as well and educate them, and whether or not any of them see our channels or not, I don't know. But for the most part, guys that are coming out driving for fleet owners, and I've mentioned it in videos before, they're usually pretty desperate. I mean, they're usually, just trying to find a job, the easiest thing, and this seems the easiest thing. And more times than not, we see guys that come out and fail, or do a miserable job, or are being taken advantage of by their dispatch or by their fleet owner, because they don't know any better. They don't know how to deal with dispatch. They don't know how to deal with their fleet owner. They just have no idea. And with that being said, the fleet owner can take advantage of that driver by not paying him what he's worth. And if he can pay that driver less, that means in order to keep his van moving a little bit more, he can ask for less from whatever carrier he's leased on with. I've even noticed occasionally lately, the carriers, guys that are new to the industry, that don't know what the norm has been, the rate they're offering per mile is really down. I mean, so guys that are coming out and they think that's what it is, and they don't know it's ever been any different, not even 2-3 months ago, or whatever it may have been, they don't understand their value. So they feel, well, if they're offering me 65 cents a mile or 70 cents a mile, or whatever the split may be, then, oh wow, well, that must be awesome. That must be what it is, because that's what they're offering. If you don't have any experience or any kind of information to fall back on, how do you know if you're being taken advantage of? And again, some of the problem in this industry, on top of the oversaturation, has got to do with those oversaturated vans. Some of them are fleet owners, the carriers that are putting out their own vans. They're taking advantage of their drivers, and in turn, they can ask for less. I hope I'm explaining what I'm trying. I hope I'm explaining clearly what I'm trying to say, and I hope you're understanding what I'm trying to explain. I just feel the better educated, the more understanding a driver has coming out here of his true value, and all the things that come with that, to understand what your value is and why your value is what it is. I believe it helps because, and again, that's also why having the Facebook group and the Zello channel and everybody kind of coming together to have each other's back, because all of us, I shouldn't say all of us, but a lot of us has been there to where we do feel at the dispatches, under the dispatch's thumb, so to speak. We don't feel like we're in charge like we should feel. Like we don't feel equal to the carrier that we're leased on with. I know we've all felt that at times because of, the money pinch. And that's the bottom line. It comes down to the money. If you can get yourself in a solid position financially, then you've got more ground to stand on, and you've got more leverage. And that's kind of what you try to do with the new drivers coming out, is you try to give them information is their leverage. They don't have experience, and a lot of them are in a pinch money wise. So just trying to give them every tool necessary to succeed and to be a positive and a productive part of the industry. Again, as I said, having the group in the Zello, when we get those moments of weakness, we can go in and kind of vent a little bit, so to speak, on the page or in Zello, like, man, this is what my dispatch is doing to me, and this is what they're saying. Then you got everybody else kind of like, hey, man, buck up. This is, have you tried this? Have you tried that? Have you talked to them about this? Have you talked to them about that? People are throwing, ideas at you as to how to handle it, or kind of giving you a little bit of a pep talk and, boosting you back up, making you understand, like, hey, man, I'm in partnership with this carrier. I'm not working for the carrier. It's a mutual partnership. So you should have just as much leverage as them. And if you understand that and you truly believe that and go forward with that, you're going to get what you're worth. You're not going to get taken advantage of. So, yeah, again, in summary, the more educated and understanding of the industry people have, new people coming into the industry, I feel the more productive and more positive that they have to bring to the industry. So that's why I try to help people. I mean, because if they're going to come into the industry, they're going to come into the industry. And I've seen too many fail that just trying to fly by night. They think it's easy to come out here and drive, and they don't understand the rest of it. And I've also seen fleet owners take advantage of drivers because drivers have no clue what they're making. They just feel that they're driving, so they should be earning. So yeah, I mean, if anybody has anything to say about that, I mean, please comment. Tell me your opinions or concerns, or if you feel that us helping people is an issue, and why you feel it's an issue. I'd truly like to know. I struggle with it at times, like thinking at times like, man, we are oversaturated. Am I doing the right thing? But overall, yeah, I do. I think I'm doing the right thing. I think I just feel the more educated you are, I mean, it's always about education and experience, man. I mean, knowledge is gold. So with those things, the more knowledge you have, the better off you're going to be. And again, you got people out here that are understanding. I mean, they can't do nothing but help, man, for real. The oversaturation, there's a lot of that can be weeded out by other means. I don't feel by educating people that are coming into the industry and encouraging them to do it if they want to do it is wrong. I really don't. I mean, because bottom line, if anybody listens to our videos and really truly takes all the advice we're saying in there, we don't try to say that everything about this is golden. There's a select few that are truly like in love with this job, to where it doesn't matter that you're making a ton of money, because the joy of the job, kind of levels that out. That doesn't mean they're taking shit money, but the rest of the people need to make money. So, all in all, I'm going to continue to do what I do, and I hope everybody is able to, you know, get some use out of it. Again, I mean, you never know. With some of the stuff that we've talked about in our videos, it might have turned some people away. So, I mean, I just feel, having firsthand knowledge of seeing some of the people that have come into this industry via mine or a couple of the other guys' videos, they've seemed to have done well. There are a couple that have gotten into it, and I don't know for sure if it's directly from our videos, but the few that I know have outright said, due to your video or due to your brother's video or Expedite Travels or the Crafty Trucker, you know, or whichever ones they've watched, which there aren't a ton of us van expediters out there doing YouTube videos, but the ones that have said directly due to our videos, they've come out here, I mean, they've done well for themselves. I mean, truly. I mean, the majority of them own their own vehicle. They're stable financially before they even came out. They didn't put all their money into buying a van and come out here to learn the industry and fall on their face and one little hiccup and they're done. They've all got themselves in a very capable position to, you know, to endure a downtime. So, you know, those having those successes is definitely makes you feel better about, you know, feeling more confident that what you're doing is the right thing and not a bad thing. So, yeah, again, hopefully you understand what I was trying to explain, and, you know, if not, as I said, give me some feedback, comment. I'll comment back as quickly as possible, and, you know, you guys have a good day, and everybody be safe.